Sid here is a very confused individual right now. Jesse Eisenberg got casted as Lex Luthor, along with Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Let me get this out the way. I like Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Smart move. I think he does a pretty good job. I mean, we know him as Scar and Hans Gruber's brother in Die Hard with a Vengeance, but I think that was perfect casting. If you want to get a kind of a good idea of what they're going for with Alfred, at least my opinion, read Superman Earth 1. You'll get a good idea. But I sit here confused about the casting of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and here's why. With most casting of people in these superhero movies, specifically here, it always ranges in positive or negative. You never really get any in-betweens. It's always positive or negative. It's always on this far end of the spectrum or that far end of the spectrum. Whether, we're saying Halle Berry is horrible as Storm, which, I'll be honest with you, she is. Whether we're saying, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is so awesome as Tony Stark, which he was. That was spot on casting. Or, we're conflicted about Heath Ledger being Joker, which garnered a lot of negativity and stuff like that, which was stupid at the time, just because, oh, it's the gay cowboy, he's Joker, and then dude proved us wrong. Well, not me, but proved everybody that was negative about him wrong. Even to the extent Chris Evans as Captain America, we were used to him as Johnny Storm. It was like, Chris Evans, Captain America, I wonder how that worked out, and then he did a pretty good job as Captain America. But this is one of those casting that has spawned 3 different reactions. One of them being how I am right now, where I'm just kind of like, I don't know how to feel, because I'm not negative or positive about it, but I'm just like, okay. Obviously the negativity and stuff, like, oh man, they cast Jesse Eisenberg, aka Michael Cera's brother and stuff, as Luthor, oh my god, and in the world is fuck this movie and stuff. Then you got the positive people that are just like, I think this is smart casting, he did good at social media, which Social Network was actually a good movie. I liked him as Zuckerberg, playing the swarmy asshole and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure he was in real life anyway, obviously. But, I guess my thoughts on this. Twofold. On the positive angle for this movie, I understand what they're trying to do. Where you're having this modern Lex Luthor who is this Bill Gates type, megalomaniac kind of person where he's just smug and he's an asshole, and I get it. You're pretty much making Lex Luthor like, he played Zuckerberg in the Social Network. I get that angle. For people like me, and maybe to the people that are negative about it, I think it comes down to this. Over the years, there's been a lot of iterations of Lex Luthor, whether it been in the live action ones with Kevin Spacey and Gene Hackman playing Lex Luthor, whether in the old Super Friends cartoons or or the Superman cartoons, or the comics and stuff. There's so many different types of Lex Luthors that we know. But the one Lex Luthor that has always stuck out to me more than anything else is Clancy Brown's interpretation of Lex Luthor that was done in the Superman animated series. I always felt that Superman, that Lex Luthor was always good. He did. Clancy Brown owned the role of Lex Luthor, much like Kevin Conroy owned Batman. People scream for Kevin Conroy to be Batman. We scream Clancy Brown to be Lex Luthor because we love Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor. I always felt Clancy Brown did a good job playing that bravado of Lex Luthor, that swarmy asshole that was calculating and cold and all that stuff. And even, when you get past that stuff, Lex Luthor was always that, So when you cast Jesse Eisenberg in it, it was just kind of like, I guess, because there were so many opportunities with this movie that they could have done. They could have did something different and they could have did something different. Jesse Eisenberg obviously is different, but I felt that they could have did something different. You could have did a black Lex Luthor. That would have been awesome. That would have been really awesome. I know that's naysay, like, how dare you do that? I think you could do a black Lex Luthor. I think, maybe the actors that are out there now, maybe the time has kind of came and passed for certain actors that could be doing this stuff, because I know most people are like, Idris Elba. No. But yeah, it's very conflicting right now. I think any person though that's negative about it because they feel as though Eisenberg can't act, I think you're stupid, because Eisenberg can't act. So let's not let the negativity swarm your judgment on making it seem as though Eisenberg, can't act. The dude can act. So let's get that bullshit out the way here. He can. It is very polarizing. That is, man. I mean, kudos to WB keeping that under wraps, because in an age where there are a ton of actors and names getting put out there, it was nice that this was the shocker casting and stuff. Does that change my mind about the movie? My interest is piqued, but I'm still reservations, because at least for me, I'm very conflicted on how this movie is going to go, because to me they're throwing a lot of stuff into the mix. Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, Alfred, Wonder Woman, Perry White, Lois Lane, don't know who the bad guys are. It could be Doomsday, which I think would be a dumb idea if you put Doomsday in it. That'd be stupid. Maybe Martian Manhunter, Flash. It's just so much shit with this movie that's just conflicting, and you just wish that we just had specific, like, here it is, A to B, what our story is about, and it's confusing. And I mean, I think this just adds on to the confusion and hesitation that this movie has garnered. Let's be real about this. Every news about this Batman Superman movie up until this news today, with this casting news today, has been baffling, so to speak. A lot of people are still, even after this casting and stuff, while it is good, here's something that people gotta remember. It's Zack Snyder. I like Zack Snyder and stuff, but again, you still have to see, okay, how is this gonna work? So for me, I am in between. I hope the movie does good. I hope. But yeah, I guess kudos to WB for getting people talking about the movie again, because we pretty much just wrote it off like, well, this movie sucks, whatever. But I don't know. Feel free to comment. I mean, this is definitely gonna have people talking for a long while. But I would say more often than not, I'm interested, but it doesn't necessarily make me on board with actually wanting to go see the movie day one. They have to do more to convince me and stuff. I mean, I saw Man of Steel and stuff like that, and I thought it was an alright movie. I'm not gonna sit there and be like everybody will say, oh, it was a negative Zod attack. It was an alright movie. Better than Returns. It was alright. They did the Superman movie they wanted to do. But with this one, Batman Superman, it just feels like a clusterfuck to me, with just the bajillions of stuff that's getting thrown in there and stuff. And this is just, I think the casting of Eisenberg as Luthor it's making people talk about the movie, but I don't know if it's something that's making more people want to go see it more like it was before. Most people were hesitant, but they were like, the 2016 bump that it's getting to where it's getting released in 2016 helped it, because it put some people at ease that, okay, maybe they got something going on and doing this. And then we find out, I guess, apparently, Justice League is getting filmed too, but that's another story. But this is something that's it's going to have people talking for a while. And at least for me, man. I mean, last time I was like this, it was when Ben Affleck got casted as Bruce Wayne. And I sat there for a couple of days just kind of like letting that marinate for a bit. And then I forgot, like, Ben Affleck has shown that he can act his ass off. He's improved greatly. Eisenberg's never struck me as that type of person. I mean, he's a good actor. I'm not going to take that away. He's a very good actor. I will not take that away. But to me, when I see Lex Luthor, I see somebody that commands presence. And to me, that's the one thing that Eisenberg, at least for me, is lacking, is that presence. you know, even Clancy Brown, when he was voicing Lex Luthor, he still had that presence about him. When you heard that voice, it was like you listened because you were just like, oh shit, it's Lex Luthor. I like this, you know. And, you know, Eisenberg to me doesn't grab me as somebody that can command that presence as Lex Luthor. The person that feels as though he's equal to Superman and he feels he wants to take down. It doesn't, I don't see that yet. And, you know, maybe I need to see a trailer, or maybe I need to see something that could show me that. Because right now, Eisenberg doesn't give me that awe of, like, you know, presence commanding, you know, scene stealer. I mean, when you look at the Superman cartoon, I know it's a cartoon, but anytime Lex Luthor spoke, he literally had you like he stole a scene. Because, again, it comes down to presence. And I don't see Eisenberg really giving that. I don't see him having that Lex Luthor presence to him. He can play Lex Luthor, but is he going to make the audience want to sit up in their seats and really take him serious as Lex Luthor and be that Lex Luthor that we all know and love? I mean, I'm all for interpretations of characters and stuff, but there was always something about certain characters that most movies get right when they give you that, you know, commanding presence of bad guys. And I don't see, at least for me, I don't see Eisenberg giving that bad guy commanding presence to me. But I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't see it right now. And, you know, kudos to WB for getting people talking about the movie, because mission accomplished. But yeah, throw some comments down there, air your grievances. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And check you later. Bye.